didn't know if it was on. Did you know that turning that car on, it felt so good. Turning that air on, I do not like being hot. It irritates me and it pisses me off. You know what pisses me off? When I'm driving and someone knows that they're about to turn and they wait till they get to where they're about to turn and go, you knew you had the desire to turn left. You knew where your destination was going to lead you. So why did you take now to turn and put your signal lights on? All that irritates me. What else irritates me is braking on the damn highway. Where are the stoplights? Where? It irritates me. Slow people on the road irritates me. People who don't do common sense shit irritates me. Common sense was to tell you to turn your left blinker on or your right blinker on. Oh my God, that irritates me. And I realized that when I'm behind slow cars, I really want to break the law and go, eek. But I'm so trying to be so obedient that I just sit back there and I just, because I need to gain some type of conscious patience on the road because the patience is getting built. And it's in just certain ish, like, situations with me. Because it's not like I don't have all patience on the road. Just in those situations, nah, it's not there. It's not there. It's not there. Welcome back to another episode of the Healing Podcast, really the Healing Carcast, where me and you have simple conversations, talk about things that we normally don't talk about, and things that been on our mind. This is a safe space where we are understood, validated, vulnerable, and there is no bad judgment, only allowed to be free. Thank you. I'm so glad that you're here. My name is Taylor Michelle. I am your host. And we're about to get into the sugar honey iced tea. That's the shits. Nah, just kidding. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what the dealio is. We're going to do icebreakers. Hit my line. What my students say? My students used to say, hit my jack. Hit my jack. Oh my God, I miss my students. I hope you guys are doing good. I promised them that I would see them, my 8th graders, when they graduate 8th grade. That's my promise to them. Pinky promise. Love you. Miss them. I miss them. Listen, don't play with me. And then we got best, best self icebreakers. Boom, bye. You know what I'm saying? Hit my jack. Hit my line. I'm open. I'm available. I'm free. Free to get paid. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna fix these cars. Hold on. Why did I fix the cars and then put the cars back to take the cars? That was so idiotic of me. That's what I mean. You see, I irritated my own self because common sense would have just said, just fix the car and take the card out. See, I'm a woman of my word. I irritated my own self. You're gonna piss me off. You're gonna piss me off. Okay. What's the best way a person earn another date with you? Oh, this is a great question. I never asked myself this question before. What's the best way a person can earn another date with you? Okay, so first impressions are everything to me. So if I see something that I know that I don't want to put up with or I pay attention to it because I'm looking for a sign. I'm seeing what's for me and what's not. And I'm really, really big on first impression. How a guy treats me on a date, how how the guy communicates to me, listening to the conversations that he has, how he talks to me. That's part of communication. His mindset. I'm really big on principles, values, beliefs, fun, humor, appearance attractive. I'm all into that. Really, The best way a man can earn another date with me is if the date really went well and I enjoyed myself and he treated me as the woman that I am and desire be to be honest. That's how I'm not going for nothing else. Okay, cool. It's the fact that I know that these are in order so I know where I'm picking. So let me stop. Matter of fact, Trey, you pick one. Just anyone. That's how I'm gonna do that. You picked one? Bet. What's a skill you learned when you were young that you still use today? I never asked myself this either. What's a skill you learned when you were young that you still use today? A skill. Cooking for you? Oh, you just use an example. Nigga, I don't cook. I'm learning to cook. I just bought my stuff waiting for it to come through. Skill. Well, I'll be damned. You got me stuck. Well, I'll be damned. You got me stuck. A skill that I still use that I learned when I. Oh, so a skill that I use today that I still use is forgiveness. Wait, am I capping? No, I forgive. I have a lot of mercy. No, I lied. I know it's skill. I lied. That's not well. That's not a lie. It's half truth. It's a half truth. A skill I learned when I was young is to not be judgmental. I'm not judgmental. I'm not judgmental. I'm saying that right. Non-judgmental. I've always allowed people to be themselves. And I learned to not be biased. That is a skill that I learned as a younger person that I still do today that I really actually admire when people are themselves. Like those are my people. Like I just have so much joy and I be laughing, I be smiling. I'm like, she's so happy, he's so happy, I'm so happy for you. And I genuinely mean that. I genuinely mean that. Okay. So I think that what you know a skill that you still use to this day from when you was a jit. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, twin. Learning how to be like places and time. Oh yeah, I had to work on that. Oh, for saying for not talking, for talking, or you will be expressive. I got that bad. I just realized that like certain things is a time and place for things. I didn't realize what that meant until like a couple of days ago, bro. Cause I be feeling like the way I be thinking, I be like, is this the right time? Should I wait on this? It's that. Like, if I don't say something now, so whenever I'm gonna say it, so let me say it now. That's how I be thinking. But I'm like, I don't think about how the situation looks. That's what be getting me. I definitely agree with that. Okay, so if you go back to my last episode, I pinned the last conversation I talked about, and I said I was going to get into communication styles and listening. Now, if you was to ask me what literally I talked about in my last episode, bless you, God bless you. I don't remember, but I do know why I wanted to get into communication styles and listening because I realized that when I conversate, that my communication style or how I communicate is not how they communicate. However, I'm able to identify this because I'm having conversations with someone, right? Said person, whoever this is, and I am listening to what they're saying and I'm understanding, I have knowledge of what they're communicating to me. However, when I now am the person that is communicating, a lot of people get me misunderstood from what I'm communicating. And I find myself in and I find this kind of like funny, ironic a bit, because my thing is, if I take the initiative to make the decision to understand your communication level and how you communicate, and I'm asking questions, and you don't do the same for me, I'm not the problem. I'm not the one with the problem with communicating. Because just as much as you want somebody to understand where you're coming from, so do I. So when are you going to make the effort into saying, let me figure out what she's saying, or let me think this? Because I feel like when it comes to this type of situation in this topic, is that that's really where the misperception comes into miscommunication, because we hear one thing but we don't listen to another thing, because you may heard something different, but that's not really what I said, or that's not really what they said. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like as a group, the moment we start learning each other's communication styles and understanding where that person is coming from, we will have a better response on how to like talk to people for real, for real. And I'm only saying this from my personal experience and like really self-reflecting. Like, I've always made an effort to communicate, and every time I communicate with people that are like in my family or my friends or in just general conversation, people are always saying like, "Oh, I'm this and this and this." I'm like, I never said that. That's not where I'm coming from. And I'm like, yo, it's not my fault that you think like this. These are your perception. These are your thoughts. I don't. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Don't put that on me. Don't do that. Cause I'm like, the fact that you said that, it makes me think that that's how you think of me. Once you open your mouth and you start saying stuff that I know that don't even align in my character, oh, to the left, to the left. Everything I own in the box to the left, in the closet. That's my stuff. Yeah, I'm out of there. Jit, froom, you out of there. Not doing that. Cause I'm not about to sit there and take and put effort into people who I'm communicating with, trying to get understanding. And I will go out my will. Like I will go. I had to stop overplaying my part. I will overplay my part, and go more into depth and explain where I'm coming from. And you still don't understand? Yeah, yo, you got it, B. Don't want it, don't care for it, because I communicated. It's not my fault that you don't understand. I tried my best to get you to understand. I tried my best to get you to communicate. I tried my best communicating with you, and I did my best by sitting still and listening to whatever it is, the situation it is that I have with a person or whatever I'm going through. I don't care what it is. And sometimes when I be listening to people, when they come from me, when they not come from me, when they are talking to me about how they're expressing themselves, I allow people to express themselves about how I make them feel. I do never take that away from them. But when I hear something that I know that's not true about me, that's when I have a problem, because I'm like, I spend so much time with myself and get to know myself that I know my character and I know how I am in certain things. I know what fuels me up when I'm angry. I know what makes me sad. I know myself. I know my tactics. I know my strategies. I can identify everything about myself because I literally observe myself or how I respond in situations and stuff like that, because I need to know first before anybody else do. Because if you ask me a question and I do not know how I am in this situation, how can I ever give you something when I don't even know it for myself? That's where y'all be messing up at. I don't be messing up on that. And y'all need to fix that for real, for real. That's the shit that I hate about people. That irritates me about people. That they've never been around people that are very genuine, and then they try to tell somebody about themselves when it's not really true. Cut the B. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. For real, for real. So I feel like once we learn about communication style and we understand each other communication style, we will be able to understand the problem, because there are certain people in my life where I feel like if me and them had an adult conversation, a one-on-one mature conversation, and we let go of the judgment and the pride and the ignorancy, and we literally attack the problem instead of attacking each other, things would be so smooth, things would be so released. But you don't got people out there like that, for real, for real. People out here, man, I'm just like that. Nah, she just didn't know. You're not putting in the effort to understand. Because when people be talking, I can identify where people are coming from. I self reflect so much, bro. No, you can't tell me otherwise. All right, we're in the segment daily thoughts. I'm gonna share two, and then I'm gonna be out of here, bro. We're gonna be out of here, bro. So, four things that I'm focusing on right now. Hey, yo, right now in my life, right now, all I really care about is God, myself, my health, so mental health, physical health, spiritual health, emotional health, sexual health, sexual help. What? Y'all probably need that. That's probably why I said that. I damn sure need it too. Sexual healing. Um, and what I said, God, myself, health, and my career. Those are the only things that's my focus. I don't care about nothing else. Nothing else move me. Nothing. I don't care about anything else. I don't. Um, there are four things that I'm willing to work on myself, which is processing. So that means sitting still, communicating, speaking and believing more in faith, perspective, changing my perspective, and being present, living in the moment. I noticed that when it comes to emotions and feelings, that I don't really have a relationship with them. And being in one, it took me some time to be able to identify like the type of emotions that I go in, and you know, just telling myself that it's an experience. You feel me? I noticed that in processing that I would spiral. So I would cry, get angry, get discouraged, be happy, go smoke a blunt, go sleep, eat, and it'd be like, yo, what just happened? Where, where? And I didn't realize that like emotions are like a roller coaster. Like once I realized that like it was me processing emotions and knowing that like emotions and feelings were like new to me, I said, "Oh, that's the problem." So, sitting still with my emotions and being truthful and admitting how I feel, I quite have to say like it gives me peace. And I'm more confident because now I don't really care how people feel and da da da. The biggest one I had with myself is being present with myself, because the fact that I wasn't present with myself is still like unbelievably shocking me, that the fact that I really did mess with myself like that. Like I genuinely don't know what made me disconnect from the world. Like whatever this was, it made me not be present for real. Because I had a conversation with my homeboy. We was talking about shows. They was like, "Have you ever watched Family Guy?" I said, "No." Boondocks. I just got into Boondocks. I just got into South Park. I'd never watched none of that. He said, "What kind of life you had?" And I was like, "I was a Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, BET." His roommate gonna say, "That's a different. That's different." I just never paid attention to none of that, and I never find the comical human in it. I watched Chowder, Flapjack. I watched my little brother was a cartoon fanatic, so when we shared a room together, we had designated day who had TV. That's how my mom kept the balance of us sharing the room and sharing the TV, so one can have. My brother was literally Cartoon Network and fucking Animal Planet. I hated that shit. He would literally go to bed watching Animal Planet, and it would scare me because it would be an episode of lions, and then I have nightmares of lions, and then I would be scared to walk in the dark, go to the bathroom because I have visions of alligators and fucking animals coming to kill my ass. I'm like, well, this got to be my energy, and I would just go like this, and I'd be like, oh, I'm tripping. I would literally have to turn the light on to make sure there was no monsters for real. I hated watching Animal Planet go to sleep with my brother. And then Cartoon Network, what's that purple dog? The cowardly. Oh my god, that gave me nightmares. That dog was shaking in his boots. Them little scrawny ass legs. Just that's how his legs was. But we was talking about that, and I never knew like that was something that I did. But I said that because I'm paying attention to how I'm present and how it makes me feel. Being present is uncomfortable because it's something that I normally wasn't functioning in because I was so abstinent. And being present and making enjoying being present and making it my normalcy, I'm starting to ease into it, starting to see what is worth of living and understanding like there's a bigger purpose in this. And me having a greater understanding that in order to be present, you have to be present. So you, if you are like me and be like, um, God, I pray that I'm in your presence. your presence mean everything, right? Because I value certain people's presence. Like when certain people be in my presence, I really like that's the only thing that I care for. Just your presence is enough for me. The moment I started to keep saying that to myself, and the more I kept saying present, you literally have to be present in order to be in God's presence. Like you have to actually be present. And that's something like I'm saying that like, yeah, girl, like you have, but that's not that that didn't click to me until like I kept saying it and started praying and understanding that like I really wasn't present. Like y'all don't understand like this is really big. I've been operating obliviously, not knowing where the hell I've been going because I have not been present. I'm so thankful that I'm 25 years old and that I'm here. I have not been here. I've been here. I've been entertaining the voices and the distractions and all that. The judgment, all that. I've really like was on a different path, yo. So being present is like new, bro, for me. So yeah, I have lived under the rock, and that was something that I had to take the guilt and shame off. And it's very upsetting to me that the fact that I spent so much time on other people's shit instead of me, and I have to forget myself about that every freaking day. That's big, literally big for me. And the only reason why I know that for sure, because last Sunday I didn't have to be on duty, which not gonna lie, low key, I've been enjoying the fact that we have new members, but I would like to do my damn job. I am camera too. That is me. I don't have a problem with when I want to go into the service and stuff. That is me. But I have been late this past month. My preparation and my timing has been like awful. Like church started at 2:09, 10:09. I don't get there till 9:55. And I think in my head I'm killing time. Yeah, you're killing time for sure. I think I'm beating time. No, I'm killing time. I'm like, oh my God, I feel so bad every time. And I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do better the next time. And it's like that lets me know I need to prepare more and be on my P's and Q's because I am a lazy person. Like, but while I had the free time to be in sanctuary and all that other stuff, I realized that I was analyzing myself. That I'm a very analytical person when it comes to observing myself. I was observing myself being present, and I was watching myself how I respond to it for sure. And I realized in that moment that that was me being present. Like I was aware that I was present, and I was like analyzing myself and observing myself being present, which lets me know like the way like that's a different mindset. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but this is the only way I know how to put it down for it to make sense. For sure. Present was something that was a big issue for me, and I'm starting to be more present basically. And I feel like you need to be present because if you're not present, then you're not really living. It's a difference from living and existing, in my opinion. We all exist, but what are you doing in this world? You should want a legacy. You should want stories about yourself. You should want people to tell you about who you are and what you are to you and all that stuff. Because I know for me, leaving a legacy behind for my children's children is a big thing. But I want people to have remembrance of who I am. Like, yo, I remember when I was in the streets with Taylor and she said she had to fart and she farted. Like, stuff like that. Like, lively thing, my character. Like, Taylor never cared. Like, I want people to tell them about how radiant my light was, how amazing I am as a person, what I did to their life, because I don't know how much of an impact I am on people until people actually open their mouth and tell me about things that I've done for them unknowingly. And that's what I really care about. That makes me happy that I know that I'm a good person. So that's my legacy. Like, you shouldn't want to exist, you should want to live. And I think we as people, because I had this fear of living, that I chose to exist because I didn't. The fear of living means that you have to give up something. And we never want to give up something that we know we're so acclimated with. And that's not okay. It's cold. I'm freezing. Rock the boat, rock the boat. That's a little bit about I will say my pace versus God pace. And this gonna be my last topic for this episode. So I'm hoping that I hope this is relatable and that I'm helping you out because I just want to help and share my thoughts. I want to make my second point on the whole process thing, right? Oh, that's what makes. See, when you start speaking, it start coming to you. Something that I've realized that I'm not on the same page with is that my pace and God's pace, are they two different pace, baby? Because I want to go get the bunions. I want to go get the bread. I want to stack. He said, sit down, go paint, go outside, go read a book, go. I'm like, God. And I'm realizing that I function way better at God's pace than my pace. Because he's gonna lead me in the right direction. I'm gonna lead my ass in a burnt hole, burnt out. Okay? So when I learned that my pace is different from his pace, and I learned that, when you pace yourself and you balance yourself and you find where you're at, I'm telling you, boy, you just start going like this. And I say that to go now, I say that because my second point on processing is that I needed to stop rushing and pace myself. I'm so ready to get to the finish line that I'm not focusing on what's now. Like, that goes back on to like being present and stuff like that. This is a big problem for me because I don't process shit. This is why I don't remember shit, and that be happening to me or around me. Not processing is a coping mechanism that I used to do to mentally block shit out. This is why I don't understand, because I am not processing what I am experiencing because of what I've experienced. I choose not to feel, which caused me to not be emotional available, and I don't like that. That was my biggest problem of me, of why I couldn't figure things out. That's once I realized that was my problem, it was raps. Oh, I'm finna fix this. I'm so willingly, and I'm about to close. I'm so willingly to work on myself, to be better for myself, because whoever I marry, they're going to get me as the whole self. My kids are not going to go through this. The people that I'm going to pour in will never experience the version that I used to be. I am so committed into this healing, showing up for myself, doing all this stuff for the better for my unborn kids, because I ain't got nan kids. I don't got no baby kids, not a girl, not a boy. The number is 0. I am not married. This is a promise ring to myself. I made a commitment to myself. I don't have no boyfriend. I don't have no nah. It's me, myself, and I, and one God, the only God, the true God, that God. Him. He's him. That's it. And the people that are in my life are the people that he placed, because he knows that I need them in my life. And when it's time for somebody to go, it's time for somebody to go. Sorry, your chapter is over with. I'm so willing. Like, my endurance, my perseverance, my strength, my mindset, I'm on a different level. I'm on a different wavelength. Once I got that in the bag, once I started to lock in with myself and stop playing with myself, it's over with. Listen, I'm working on my confidence right now. I lack confidence in myself right now because there was a moment, like I said in the lesson, but I didn't believe in myself. But watch. I'm telling you, shit's turning around for me. I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode, that you got something out of it, that it was relatable, that you were healed. I pray that you got some burdens lifted off your shoulders, that you got in exchange for some peace. I pray that you were finally understood, that somebody finally gets it. And please tune into my channel. Please follow me on Instagram at TaylorMichelle1111. TikTok, Snapchat, TaylorMichelle1111. Please share your scene clip with me that was relatable. Give me your opinions. Like, comment, share, turn your notification bell on. Please engage with me. I really do appreciate y'all. And I hope to see you guys on the next episode. I will have special guest speakers coming on soon, and I hope you have a great day. Come back to the next episode for sure. Like, yeah, for sure. That way, this way, my way, God way, this way. Yeah, yeah.